Can I rant about something for a few minutes? I hate how overstimulating everything is these days. And I hate that when it comes to the issue of attention spans, it's like we talk about it, but like we don't ever do anything to address it. And if anything, we're doing the exact opposite. Shows and movies are trying to make the quote unquote viewing experience better for people who are just on their phone. They want the movie or show, even video game sometimes, to explain itself all the time because they weren't paying attention, arguably. I hate watching a YouTube video and like every 2 seconds there's something on the screen. It's the biggest turnoff. I saw this one TikTok of this one person saying, and I know that sounds hypocritical. Oh, you're talking about TikTok. TikTok is different from YouTube Shorts, okay? YouTube Shorts is YouTubers trying to get you to watch their videos. And it's a lot more overstimulating than TikTok. Like TikTok, like you see a lot more content of people just talking. Nothing too special going on. Just people talking in their car. But YouTube's Shorts and Instagram Reels is like, oh my god, dude. Maybe it's just the algorithm. I don't know. But anyway, I saw this TikTok of this one person saying how Fortnite back in the day used to be very quiet and honestly kind of scary. And I agree. I remember when I was younger, like camping in bushes, and it would be nighttime, like in the game, and then you'd hear like the occasional gunfire in the distance. Like it was really scary but exciting. You know, I'd never played a battle royale until Fortnite Battle Royale came out. So yeah. But now in Fortnite, there's always some sort of audio playing, whether it's music, all of this stuff. It's like, oh my god. I get it. When you play builds, for example, we're not sitting there with our AR, sitting in a bush or in a building, crouching like that. That's just not the game anymore. But man, it's really sad to see that go. On another hand, just clicking on a YouTube video and like just the over, like, I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. Here's an example. And I know this was somewhat before it was around the time that TikTok started to become popular. I like watching C-Day's old content. And his older videos had the music and the sound effects and stuff like that, but it was a lot more chill than when he pretty much quit YouTube. Like, oh my god, it's night and day difference watching his old season 3, season 4 content compared to his season 8, season 9 content, And it makes watching his more recent videos, quote unquote, just not as enjoyable. Ooh, children's shows. Obviously, I'm not a child anymore, but when I was younger, one of the shows I used to like to watch was Kipper. And I remember, I don't know if it was a YouTube video, or if it was a TikTok, or just a post somewhere else, I don't know. But they were showing how shows like Kipper were a lot quieter, a lot more therapeutic versus whatever the hell is made for children now, where it's just, again, super overstimulating, things happening every 2 seconds. And I think there's studies that show that's not good for children, like at all. Like, and I'm saying, like, I don't know, someone who's like 4 years old, 3 years old, 5 years old, it's a little different when they're like 8, 9, but those early years, it's not a good idea to just give them overstimulating stuff. I forgot to mention it, but even music, like if a song is more than 2 minutes long these days and isn't made for like a 30-second clip, then there are people out there that are like, what's the point of releasing it? I'm a huge metalhead, and there are a lot of 10-minute songs, and that wouldn't happen in 2026. Yeah, I'm sounding like an elderly person now, but it's nice to just have things be calming. You don't need stimulation every 2 seconds. You can sit down or lay down and just focus on your breathing. Like, I know it's so small, but it's something. I don't know. As someone who used to play a lot of multiplayer shooters, I still play them a lot, but I've been playing a lot more single player games in recent years and recent times. And it's nice to play something that isn't so overbearing. Like I've been playing Dave the Diver, I've been playing Schedule 1, Night in the Woods, It's nice. I feel like this is somewhat changing topics, but with how fast the world moves and the internet and stuff like that, like it kind of feels like that episode of SpongeBob where Plankton, he goes into that alternate universe or whatever it was. You know the one with the holographic meatloaf. There's that scene where he's going through that like red place and then he pauses for a second to like drink something and then goes back to screaming. Like that's how it feels sometimes. But how do you stop that? I don't know. I'm not an expert. And I'm not Jordan Peterson. I'm not going to pretend like I know shit when I don't.